What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here, bringing you another video duel. But before I dive into this narration, I've got a few announcements. First of all, stick around towards the end of this video because I will be announcing my plans now that I'm at 100 subscribers. And give you all the details to that after this match. And also, if you like that little intro music there, that was actually done by CVH, and for those of you who may or may not know, he's a hell of a pianist, and he did that little bit for us, and that's the kind of intro that I'm talking about, like just a little 8, 10 second, 15 second thing, and something just to lead into the videos. I plan to use that kind of stuff on like videos like this where I'm going to narrate a whole match, or like the Let's Plays or the discussion videos, and then like the regular live matches, since those are usually come to you in like 2 or 3 videos at a time. I'll just let those dive straight into it. But what me and CVH are talking about doing is getting together something a little different than that. That's not the final piece. That is just to give you a taste of what we're trying to do here. And if you guys like it, let me know. If you don't, also let me know any suggestions. But me and CVH are going to try to get together and do something a little cooler and put that together for you, and hopefully use that to lead into videos from here on out. But yeah, so I'm getting behind in this narration now. What I want to do more of these in the future, where I just take a match and actually narrate the whole match and then give that to you, because I think that gives you an insight onto like what's actually going on in our heads as players, something that we can't do for you in the live duel. And just to explain why we make moves, why we didn't do something, and then if you have questions, like if the video doesn't answer it, you can ask us about like why our thought process was this, why our thought process was that. And as well as me doing these, I'm going to try to get the other guys to do them too. So yeah. I started off with Emerald, turn 2, putting draw cards in mana, mainly because I think I've got another stream in hand, as well as Ailzonius and the Holy All. And I go ahead and play Emerald, put down a Holy All, and third turn drop Siron, and he's got his big beater out too. This is a Warlord Ailzonius versus Aura Pegasus. You saw the profile for Warlord yesterday, and I'll get you the profile for Aura Pegasus next week, and so you'll have those and you'll know what both of these decks really are about. But this was one of the only matches I had featuring Warlord, so I wanted to go ahead and use it now, since I just posted the deck profile for it. But yeah, both the decks are focused around really big beater cards, like stuff that's gonna get out there, get really powered up, and just be really hard to get rid of. And yeah, but I summon Petrova and use it to power up Gladiators, calling Siron, and I make sort of a mistake, sort of not a mistake, but I mean it doesn't really matter in the long run. But Holy All here would have really hurt me, and breaking shields prematurely like that wasn't the smartest idea, which is why I think I stopped with Emerald there. Had he gotten Holy All, he would have been able to destroy Petrova, get rid of my Emerald, and then next turn I would have just been stuck with Sarius, and I would have had to do something with Sarius. So I guess overall, like, it sort of doesn't matter, because I've got the Ailzonius in hand as well, so even if he did destroy Petrova, I would have been able to summon into Ailzonius and then kill something else on his field. But it's just overall, it wasn't the smartest idea, but it works out for me here. He tries to use Kalan there to tap my Petrova, which he can't do because Petrova can't be chosen. So he just instead decides to throw a Holy All at it and get rid of it that way. So keep in mind that that is the first Holy All CVH uses here. So, no, he doesn't use Holy All, he summons Earth, Purifying Elemental, that's right. So, now I'm in a weird situation. Since I know he plays Aura Pegasus and he summoned the Earth like that, I assume he's got the Pegasus in the hand. So now I have to play around that a little bit. I actually get a Surfer in hand, So what I'm going to do, I could either Holy All and kill the majority of this field, but that would I would have to choose either Earth or Spectrehorn to kill with Siron. I can't kill them both, and then that would mean that he would be able to destroy Petrova the next turn. So what I decided to do, since I know he can't summon Pegasus next turn by summoning Earth and then Pegasus on top of that, and all the Angel Commands cost too much, I go ahead and surf back the Earth to set him a turn back and break another shield with Siron. So now, next turn, should all go right, I can Holy All his field and wipe out the majority of his field and put him in a situation to where he really can't get rid of my creatures, and I would be able to get rid of his shields the next turn. And what he does is actually summon a Bronze Arm Tribe, put him to 5 mana, and then summon Valkyr, another blocker, or another Angel Command that also has blocker. That's like 7,000 power. So now again, I'm stuck in a position where I can't get rid of Spectrehorn and Valkyr. So I kind of have to make a decision here, whether it's to Holy All and kill everything except one of those two, or summon Ailzonius. And I decided to go for All, to kill everything that I can. With Siron, I go ahead and destroy the Angel Command, since he's got enough Horned Beasts that I really don't care if he summons another one or not. The Angel Commands are more of a threat. And now I make the decision, it's either to attack his Magus with Petrova, or let it live and keep him another creature up. And instead, I decide to attack his Magus with Petrova, since I've got Ailzonius in hand, and now if he decides to destroy Petrova with Spectrehorn, I can just attack it with Ailzonius next turn, and then break another shield with Surfer, and I'll be in a position to hopefully swing for game the next. So that's what I do, and now he's in a position to where he really just has to set his field up in any way possible. Blockers would be good for him here, but I know he's still got the Pegasus in hand, and he hasn't played in mana yet, so I figure he's trying to find a way to get it out there. So what he does, he Maguses to draw a card and summons another Spectrehorn. He's got the 2 cards in hand, both of which I know one's Earth, since he hasn't played it again since, and I'm assuming the other one is the Pegasus. So now my plan's sort of coming together. I go ahead and summon Ailzonius, and at this point figure, you know what, let me just wipe his shields out. I don't see a way that he can summon Earth and Pegasus on his next turn, or even Valkyr and Pegasus on his next turn, so I go ahead and break the last of his shields, and it works out for me to where I can Surfer, break one, and then I actually get really lucky and break the one with Surfer that's not the Holy All, and then double break the 2 Alls that he reveals there. I didn't know that at the time, but that's just kind of cool, lucky on my part. But now I'm in a position where I don't think he can get rid of Ailzonius, and that there's no way that I can see with the mana he has. He would need 11 mana, or he would need at least 11 mana to play Valkyr and Pegasus, so I'm feeling pretty safe right now. I don't see a way he can get rid of Ailzonius, but then he plays Earth and mana, swaps out Magus for Earth, and then summons Pegasus that way, and I'm like, well, damn, I didn't see that coming at all. It was really, really unexpected. And so now my back's up against the wall. The good thing is he doesn't have shields, and he doesn't have a way to get more shields, so I really just have to, at this point, keep creatures on the board, since I know I've got that all down from the earlier Emerald. As long as I can keep a creature on board that he can't get rid of, he can't safely swing at my shields. Otherwise, that would mean that he would lose. So now I summon the Siron, summon the Canisil. I've got another Ailzonius in hand, which isn't doing me a whole lot of good right now, since I don't have enough mana to play or to summon something and then evolve it. So I summon what I can, and he shows me another All, which he plays to eliminate my field, and he's got the 2 attackers, Pegasus, and the other guy, Spectrehorn, to destroy my 2 creatures. So that's 2 Alls out of the way so far that I know about, and he gets a Rumbling Terrorhorn off the top to search his deck for Valkyr, the Angel Command blocker. or Pegasus having the ability, sorry if I didn't explain this earlier, has the ability to wherever when it attacks, when it attacks, you get to look at the top card of your deck. If it's a non-evolution creature, you get to summon it, and then if it's not, it just goes to your hand. So I summon Emerald, put my Warlord Ailzonius in shields just to pick up something else. Ailzonius being dead weight at this point, and hoping I can pick up something decent. I don't actually remember what I pick up there. It must have cost more than 4 mana since I didn't summon it or use it. So he actually plays a Holy All in mana there, which I think was a bad decision in the long run because it just speeds this up for me a little bit. But then he plays his third Holy All, or his fourth Holy All, and then I'm like, oh, he gets rid of Emerald here. And here I think CVH makes a little bit of a mistake, as you'll see here in a few minutes, or a few seconds. But he alls the Emerald down, and searches and plays another Rumbling Terrorhorn to search his deck for the Pegasus. Attacks with Pegasus, gets Bronzorn Tribe, and now he's got 2 attackers. He could actually break the 2 cards I have set right now. Because he doesn't know that it's a Holy All, but he also knows that I don't bluff a whole lot. And worst case scenario, it's I mean, it could be a Surfer, which I guess is why he didn't attack it, because I could just surf back the Pela and then swing for game. So I guess overall, had he known that it was Holy All, it would have been a smart decision there to actually break it and get out of the way, since I didn't have a creature that could benefit from it on the field. But now I get really lucky. I top a Petrova and summon that Petrova, and now he doesn't have a way to get rid of it. All 4 of his Holy Alls are gone, and he can't use Kalan to target it and tap it. So this pretty much means that I've got the game. At this point, he can't break my shields without giving me the game. Since he can't get rid of Petrova, and the minute he hits Holy All, I win. So the game is pretty much mine at this point. If he doesn't attack shields, I just have to wait till I get one of my other Holy Alls, or just wait for him to deck out. I think he thinks that I might deck out at this point, but he figures it's all or nothing at this point, and he actually hits a second Holy All that's actually down in the shields from the beginning, which gives me the game. So yeah. Go ahead and untap everything and just swing for Petrova for game. And so that's game 1. And go ahead and pick the deck up, everything, and reveal that I had the other all down. And yeah, we're going to game 2. Now, here in game 2, Ailzonius and Pegasus, they do see play, but they actually don't do too much. This is really this to me, honestly, just kind of shows why water's such a good sieve for decks like this, and that I can create a lot of advantage, keep a lot of hand, and build a board thanks to all the hand power faster than CVH actually can with just using Magruses and the light. But it does a good job at showcasing, that how big all these creatures are and why everything's so freaking difficult to deal with because everything's big. So CVH actually gets a turn 2 creature. He has Sarius this time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and summon that. As you guys have seen, I like to get a little aggressive with decks like this, and Sarius is just there to kind of protect him a little bit against my early on attacks should I start summoning stuff and breaking shields. Holy All is, in decks that run Holy All, it's ideal to get your opponent down to 0 shields, so that all will always be a win condition for you should you have a creature on board. So getting the opponent down to 0 shields as soon as possible is a really big priority for decks like this, which is why I, instead of using that stream this turn, decided to summon Canisil to avoid taking a hit from a Spectral Horn, which would be really bad. And this way, should he decide to attack with Spectral Horn, I can just block it and they both die. And getting rid of a Horn Beast is a good thing for me since it's necessary bait for a Pegasus. So summons Magus on turn 4, which is a very solid turn 4 play for him. Keeps his hand as alive as possible in a deck like this. And I actually have Stream on turn 4, so he's actually got a lot of field advantage right now versus my little tiny Canisil. So what I'm actually going to do, I think I've got an Ailzonius, a Holy All, I think I've got another draw card in hand, but I've also got a Petrova. So what I'm going to do on this turn 5 is go ahead and play mana, play another Emerald down, and go ahead and tap 5 for the Petrova to power up Candaceil to 8,000, so now it can block anything and destroy it without actually dying itself. So very good for me right now. It gives me the biggest creature on the board, which is good, so should I get a Colon or anything, or something that I want to use like that, or should he decide to attack, Candaceil can revenge kill pretty much anything. He draws a Spectre Horn and goes ahead and just plays that in mana, get himself to 6 mana for the potential for Pegasus or Earth or his other big play cards, and plays a Magrish to draw a card. Water. Go ahead and organize mana a little bit, but actually tap 6, and this is why it's ideal to be at 6 in this deck, because I can make multiple card plays. Like here, I can summon 2 Sciron, which are both at 8,000 as well, and I've got that Holy All in hand, so hopefully next turn I will be able to Holy All and annihilate the majority of his field. But he actually does have the Aura Pegasus, which is really, really bad for me, and goes for the triple break to get a card off the top. Hits Pala, which is good for him, I guess, but he actually double hits Colon out of shields, which kind of puts him in a really bad position now. I have Ailzonius in hand, so what I can do next turn is summon it and ram it up against the Aura Pegasus so that they both die, because thanks to Petrova, he'll power up Ailzonius to 12,000, which is also Pegasus' power, so it'll work out. I go ahead and put myself at 7 mana. Now I'm really scared because I only have 2 shields left, and he's got the 2 Maggers, so best plays right now are to get some blockers out there to protect my remaining shields, and then of course go ahead and play Warlord Ailzonius to bump up against Aura Pegasus. He does have that Pala though, so I have to kill that first. I just go ahead and kill it with Saurus, I believe, or Sciron, and then I can kill the Saurus with Petrova as well, and then finally ram up against Pegasus, which is I don't know why it's taking me so long to do it, but here I go now. So finally, yeah, Sciron will attack and destroy Pala. Petrova will attack and destroy Saurus, and then Archlord will bump against Pegasus. Now, smart plays here would have been to maybe break a few shields, but had I hit Colon, that could have been really bad for me, especially if he has Holy All. So, luckily when I ram against Aura Pegasus, he doesn't get another attacker, which could have been really, really bad for me. So, a little bit of luck playing my way right now as far as the top decks with Pegasus go. And the shields on my end as well, the 2 Colons really, really helped out right there. So, CVH is in think mode right now. I assume he's got the Holy All or a bigger attacker, or maybe Earth or something like that. But I'm assuming, I mean, the best play for him right now, thinking about it now, if he played the attacker, there's the potential that I have all, which I actually do. But should he also have all and the attacker, if he summons the attacker and then is able to all next turn, he'll be able to take the game. Unless, of course, I have Holy All, which is a threat all around these past few games. But he taps through it first, which reveals to me that it's not an attacker. Maybe it's a Spectral Horn. But he actually, eventually, after this has been like almost a minute now, eventually taps 6 and goes for the Holy All to get me down to 0 shields, which, as you saw in last duel, is really good for decks like this, because now he's got all as a win condition, and is actually able to break my last 2 shields with his 2 Magrises. And thanks to Valkyr, he destroys the Petrova, which is a definite threat for his board, and now everything's just a little smaller, and I actually can't destroy Valkyr next turn. So, I go ahead and put myself to 7 mana, playing the 3rd Emerald down in mana now, being completely useless now that I don't have shields, and am really just looking for options at this point. I'm digging for a Duel, actually, which will give me a little bit of security as far as attacking things with blockers and such. If I have Duel on the field, I can freely attack his shields and not have to worry about Holy All because I'll just untap everything at the end of the turn. So that's really what I'm banking on right now, just getting a Duel out so I can start to get a little more aggressive again and kind of tip the scales back in my favor, so to speak. But I go ahead and destroy his 2 Maguses with 2 of my creatures, with Cancel and Siron. And I've still got the 1 blocker. He reveals that he has 2 blockers in hand, so I guess last turn he was banking on, I guess, using Pala, Alesis, as a form of something to do, I really don't know what. I don't know why that would have been a better play, or why it could have been a better play, but he summons only blockers, which gives me a free turn to set up. I don't have to worry about killing anything this turn, so I actually get the Duel out, which is beautiful for me, so now I can start using Holy All, wipe out his field, and break shields a little more freely. He top decks into Magus, which he uses to draw cards, so now he does have a threat on board, which I do have to get rid of. So I think I'm actually going to have to use my Holy All this turn, so I can destroy Pala, then Emerald Grass, and then Magus, as well as hopefully do something else. I'll be at 9 mana next turn when I go, so I can start making really big plays here, dropping creatures and answers at the same time. So, considering what I want to put in mana, I've got it looks like I've got a Surfer in hand. There's a Taj right there that I go ahead and throw in mana. Go ahead and tap 2 for another Belix, and get back the energy stream to my hand, and then go ahead and tap 6 mana for the Holy All, so I can get rid of as much of his field as possible and start breaking a few shields, thanks to Duel. Siron or something has to destroy the Magus, but I have to get rid of Pala first. So the 1 Belix that can attack will destroy Pala. I'll go ahead and destroy Emerald Grass with Canicil, and then Siron will get rid of the Magus. And now I break a shield here with Kalan, and actually hit a Kalan, which he uses to tap one of my attackers. But I make a mistake after that. I continue down the line, and then think about it. If I hit a Holy All, he doesn't necessarily have to use it because I don't have enough creatures to actually swing for game. And if I just gave him the Holy All in hand, I just gave him the win. So I stop attacking there after making that mistake, and pass to him, hoping he doesn't have the All, which he didn't reveal to me or say anything about it, so I know I'm safe for the turn. But that could have really been a mistake, especially looking at this towards the end. You'll see why it could have been a really bad mistake had I gone down the line some more. But yeah, I hitting a Kalan and then a Holy All is bad for me, especially if I don't have enough to swing for game anyways to make him avoid having to use a Holy All that turn. So yeah. He summons the Spectral Horn and the Magus, keeping his hand alive. I know he's digging for Holy All at this point, and I really, at this point, if he has it, he has it. I really can't do a whole lot about it. So I play the Petrova in mana, not really being too much of a help to me at the moment. And I've got the Stream, I've got the Surfer, and the Kalan. I think I go ahead and tap 3 for Energy Stream to just draw and see what else I can draw. If I can get a Holy All, that would put me in a really, really good position right now. But I'm really just banking on, or I'm really just thinking about using that Stream to draw, and then use Surfer to at least bounce back one of his creatures. The reason I want to get rid of the creatures versus that 1 blocker is because I only have 3 blockers versus 3 attackers. So if he could really top deck a Kalan or Soul Swap, or really just anything to get rid of a creature, or anything to get rid of a blocker, and that would give him the game, the 3 attackers versus 2 blockers. So I go ahead and server back a creature and start attacking its shields again. Again, this time, if I do hit all, he's going to have to use it, which I do on that 3rd shield. So I'm glad I stopped attacking that last turn. And really, just thinking about it now, like, oh god, that could have been bad. So yeah, I hit the Holy All, which he has to use to avoid being beat that turn, and he summons 4 attackers, or he summons 2 more attackers, another the Spectre Horn that I bounced back, and an Innocent Hunter. So again, should he have another Holy All down there, at this point I tap all 10 to go ahead and summon 2 more blockers, knock out 5 blockers to his 4 attackers, so Soul Swap and Kalon aren't going to give him the duel. And I go ahead and use Kalon to just tap the blocker and start swinging at shields. I hit a Soul Swap, which is would have been interesting last game, or last turn, but that ends the duel. So yeah, I like Ailzonius. The deck really does do what it's supposed to do a lot, which is just summon big creatures and kind of just put the beat down on them, use the hand advantage to my advantage, and all the big creatures as well. And then Ailzonius is just an added perk that really makes it hard for control decks to deal with. But yeah, overall I like the deck, and like I said, you guys will see the deck profile for Aura Pegasus next week, and yeah. But now, to get to the reason I wanted to narrate this in the first place was to tell you guys, thank you to all my subscribers and all future subscribers that I just hit 100, for those of you who may or may not know, and now that I'm at 100, I want to do something special for you guys. I know I'm probably going to want to do another contest, but I don't know exactly how I want to do it or what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do another deck one or not, but I'll come up with something, maybe do like a deck one, but do like with a restriction or something, or just something neat like that. And on top of that, I want to actually do a subscriber appreciation week. For those of you who were around when I was starting the channel, I tried to do one over Thanksgiving break, and it didn't work because I didn't have the material to do it with at the time, and our recording got weird for the first couple of days. But now that I've got everything together and I've got a lot of backed up material, I could do a subscriber appreciation week where I do an upload every single day and give you guys a whole bunch of matches, a whole bunch of let's play, deck profiles, and all that mess. So yeah, and also I'm actually planning on doing this the beginning of March, so a month from now is probably when I'll be doing the subscriber appreciation week. On top of that, you might actually see some extra videos in between the Wednesday, Saturday, Friday uploads. But something I want to do over spring break is get together with everybody you've seen so far, as well as a few others you haven't seen yet who I haven't been able to get on recordings yet, but have everybody together into a big discussion video. So I've already got a lot of questions from some of you guys and some material that we can use for it, but of course, like always, I want more. Those things tend to be like an hour and a half long, and that's the way I like them that long. That way it just gives you a lot of talking, gives you a lot of insight on everything that's going on, and we can answer a lot of questions and just go through a lot of material that could be on you guys' mind or could be on our mind that we want to talk to you guys about, so that they're just really helpful in that aspect. But let us know what you want to hear, and in a month, I believe the date, let me check, is oh god, not February, is probably going to start March 3rd, and probably go, which is a Saturday, and the subscriber appreciation week will go up until the next Saturday. So expect a lot of cool stuff then. Something I might try to do I was thinking about the other night is actually maybe try a stream where just let you guys know that we're streaming, and then actually do like I know there's like sites that you can do it on through your camera and stuff like that, but where you guys can actually just watch us duel around and just do stuff. I don't know if you guys might find that interesting or not. I know some people like stream other like video games and stuff like that, but I've never really seen it done with a card game. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know, and we'll try to get a program for it, check around online, and see what I can do about it. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for all the support, and again, like I always say, making this channel what it is now, and hopefully what it'll be in the future. It's looking like that cartoon's going to come out sometime later this spring. Looks like April, Mayish maybe. I don't really know what's going on with that. I know they've been doing like interviews with voice actors and all that, but I have no idea what's going on. But should this card game ever come back, I really hope that I can continue to bring you all the cool support that I've been doing here on this channel now, and can hopefully do more of in the future should the game ever resurface. I think that'd be cool to be the guy for the TCG card game like I am now. I mean, I don't know if anyone else is really who else is doing this on YouTube other than Magma Dragon, but he really doesn't cover America TCG as I think he does. But yeah. That's really all I've got to say. I don't want to start rambling or anything, but thanks guys so much, and leave a like if you enjoyed this narration. I'll try to do more of these in the future, maybe get some of the other guys to do some too. But leave a like if you enjoyed. I'd appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Peace.